Keep it real short. Season didn't go as planned. Obviously, me coming here, my expectations were a little bit different, but things happen. It's how life goes sometimes, and it's unfortunate how the season went. But like I said, I think we finished as professionals, as men, and looking back, I don't regret anything. Things just happened as far as injuries and suspensions, everything that is kind of uncontrollable as far as injuries. Kind of happened for our season. I think Luke did a hell of a job with what he had, the cards he was dealt. So, guys fought every night.
Rajon, over the course of your career, obviously a ton of time with the Celtics and then a bunch of other places. I'm just curious for your perspective on kind of the state of this organization and kind of your experience. Obviously, it changes without Magic here, but is in your mind, is this a well-run organization relative to your experience elsewhere?
There's a lot of great people here in this organization. I developed a lot of relationships with a lot of the staff here, people that want the best of me on a daily basis. So I definitely can't speak bad on an organization. Things happen. Maybe I did a little bit unusual than normal, but other than that, that's all I'll say about it.
Rajon, you just mentioned Luke. When you've seen a lot of coaches in a lot of organizations, what are the qualities that go into being, a good coach and a good staff, and some of those things that you saw reflected this year?
How to motivate players, the relationship, obviously, players and coaches, understanding the player's mindset, and obviously a player coach has the advantage. Luke knows what it's like to come off a back-to-back, what your body feeling like the next day. So those little things that you can't kind of teach. It has to be kind of natural and go through it. That he has those great tendency about him. The way his relationship is with his staff, the way he allows the staff to have a voice. He kind of reminds me of Doc in the sense that Doc always told me that players sometimes always get tired of hearing the same voice. It's kind of like your parents telling you the same thing over and over and over again. So he allowed his coaches to have voices. All of them have great relationships as far as the scout report and what they taught us for game preparation. So he has a lot of great tendencies for a young coach that some coaches probably don't develop their entire life or their entire career. So he was fun. He was a hell of a coach to play for, and I just told him in the meeting, I had a great time this year learning from him as well, and the challenge that he gave to me this year.
Two more questions.
Rajon, from your perspective, what do you see what's left in LeBron James? What more can he achieve?
I mean, you can't measure his heart. He's arguably the greatest player of all time. So, I can't say what he's going to be or what his cap is. I'm sure he thrives and he fuels off of people saying what he can't do. So, he's proved people wrong his whole entire life. So, sky's the limit. It's always a limit for him until he wants it to be a certain way, in a different way. The way he works, his discipline to his body. He can play for as long as he wants.
Rajon, back here. Despite falling short of the goal, what is the one thing you want this team inside that locker room to be remembered for?
It's a group of guys that stuck together. Every night it may look like it, that we were on the same page, but for the most part, we grew kind of crazy. Chemistry doesn't come overnight, and to put this type of group of men together in a short period of time due to injuries, missing certain flights, and you can't build that camaraderie as a team as you would like to. Believe it or not, the last couple of weeks, we've been on the road, every road game or road trip. We went to dinner every city. We played a little bit of cards, all the time throughout the road trip. So our bond got completely stronger. It's kind of crazy how it happened at the end of the year versus the beginning because, like I said, just the personalities didn't. Guys were kind of shy, and I kind of could take some responsibility of that as far as getting us to do more certain things together in the beginning. But like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's kind of hard to continue to try to build teams. And that's not just here; it's just the NBA in general. A lot of teams, you put guys together for one year and expect greatness, or it takes time. That's why Golden State is where they are. They're able to keep their key guys together, and you build that chemistry and just add pieces here and there. But most teams don't keep teams together, and that's why you don't have success as the old teams do, the San Antonios and the teams back in the day. So that's about it for me. Appreciate it.